Missing someone. Love with all your heart. Missing someone. Love with heart.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who are new, I go by Locks by Lauren on Instagram, and today I'm going to do a creative color transformation on my client. So she's got some grown-out roots, and we are going to do pretty much a heavy highlight to blend them out and lighten up that dark root and give her a nice bold money piece. We are going to be doing a purple with some rainbow money piece and some rainbow baby lights in between. I'm going to show you a very quick and easy technique to add rainbow to any creative color service that you might have by not doing the whole head rainbow, but just doing that top halo section. So here I've already started to highlight my client, and you can see I am going in and doing my signature highlighting technique where I do more of a chunky weave on the bottom, and everything that I left out her last appointment I am picking that up today. Sometimes though, when I do this, I try and get a new highlight pattern, so you can see there are some dark and some light that I am picking out, so making a nice pretty highlight pattern to where the weave is a little bit more even, because typically when I'm going from such a solid dark color to blonde, I will try to do it pretty chunky in the beginning, and then the second session is picking out those finer dimensional pieces that I left out that first session. So by the third session like this is kind of where I start to correct my weave and try to make it more even. And so you can see that it's not like some pieces are a little bit thicker than others. It's pretty cohesive, and I'm able to have more of a pretty weave pattern as I get towards the third session here. So I am picking up some light and picking out the dark, and only painting whatever is dark that I left out, just to prevent any overlapping and any type of breakage at all, because when you're doing blondes, it's really important to not overlap and all that, so that they can maintain healthy hair. So for her highlight, I am taking sections back to back. I don't really leave dimension for her because she wants the illusion that it is solid. But since we aren't bleaching it completely solid, we are weaving it. It creates more of a softer grow out when this does start to grow out with her natural roots. And she can go a little bit longer in between appointments, opposed to if she did have a solid root. A lot of times clients who are naturally like a level 5 and below, it's recommended, if you're going to keep that solid color, to come in within that 4 to 6 weeks. But if you're doing more so of a highlight like this and blending it through the root and keeping it in a foil, you can go a little bit longer. Thankfully, my client, she lifts really well, so she can go pretty long in between appointments, and I really don't have any problem or issue lightening up her roots. But again, it is different for everyone's hair. Not everyone's hair lifts really well. So usually by after like that first appointment that I have with a new client, I will know how long they should come back in between appointments. I don't recommend, if a client has really stubborn hair, to wait too long, because that can create some banding and some slight breakage if the roots are way too long. So it is good if you're wanting to maintain more of a solid color like this, even a blonde that's this solid, to come in a little bit quicker if your roots tend to be a little bit more stubborn. But again, her roots are not very stubborn, so she can wait quite a long time, and that's why I am highlighting her roots that are pretty long. So once I finish up the side here, this is kind of where I end before I move on to the other side. And I like to highlight the sides first, and then I go towards the money piece area right on top there, because I feel like when I need to rinse out the foils, it's easier for me to rinse out the sides first if I need to, and then lastly I will highlight that whole top section above her occipital. For her money piece, I am just doing slices back to back with no negative space, because again, she wants something that's a little bit more solid and gives the illusion that we have a solid bleach out. So I am doing slices back to back. I believe I probably did maybe like 5 or 6 slices back to back, so that when everything is dried and the color is on, it looks like we did like a bleach and tone. So for her semi colors, I am using the Babylights semi-permanent colors. I love them because they have so many different shades and it's very conditioning on the hair, and my client's hair always feels super healthy afterwards, as if like they've gotten a treatment. So for her money piece rainbow, I am over directing towards the front of her face so that when the hair is down and dried, it softens the lines of the rainbow. Then once I'm done with that rainbow money piece, everything below the occipital, I did that solid purple tone, and now I'm going to go in on top of the occipital and go ahead and start doing my rainbow baby light. So for the rainbow baby light, I am doing 2 paper thin slices of rainbow panels back to back. This makes it so that the rainbow panels are a little bit bolder. If I just did 1 slice, it creates more of like a holographic effect. So it really depends on whatever look you're going for, but I wanted her rainbow to really stand out a bit, so I went ahead and did 2 paper thin slices back to back, just so that these rainbow panels are a little bit bold. And in between the rainbow panels, I am just putting that base of purple that I have on the underneath, and I'm doing that completely solid. And again, I'm just doing this rainbow technique on pretty much the top mohawk of her head. I did the back already, and now I'm moving on to the front sides. And you can see that I'm doing pretty much 2 slices of purple and then 2 slices of a rainbow panel. And I do this all the way towards the other side as well, and making sure that I'm really fully saturating on the colors that I put on. That is another reason why I do a very thin slice of hair whenever I lay the hair on the foil, just to ensure that I'm fully saturating. And you can see I started with the purple on the top, is just so that everything looks a little bit more cohesive, since my background color in between the rainbow baby lights is purple. I wanted to use that same purple just for the root, so that it kind of just ties everything together. And then I just went ahead and did my rainbow panels. And sometimes I'll ask my client too, like which color they want to see more of, and a lot of times clients will like to see like purple or pink a little bit more, because those tend to fade the best out of all of the rainbow tones. So sometimes I will do more of a green and blue, a little bit smaller, just depending on what my client wants to see as it fades. And so when this fades, it's just going to fade pretty like pastel and holographic, and a lot of the colors will fade back to a nice blonde. So once I was done with the color application, I let the colors process for about 25 minutes at room temperature, and then I took my client back to the bowl and I started to pull out her foils right away. Because I'm using the Babylights semis, I'm really not scared of the colors bleeding, because they are pretty light for the tones. So whenever you're using the Babylights semis, you really don't have to worry about these colors bleeding onto each other when you do a nice rinse, because once they're on the hair and they kind of encapsulate onto the hair, it just sets right there and it doesn't really bleed onto the other colors. So that is another reason why I really love using the Babylights semis for my creative color tones, because of that aspect when you're doing like multiple colors or even like a color mount. So after this, I am just rinsing her with some ice cold water. This part is also my favorite part, because it just looks really pretty rinsing the rainbow tones all together. I feel like the water gives it such a nice like shimmer, and you can see how beautiful the colors are blended with the water rinsing through them. With that being said, I would say if you were to use the really dark pigmented colors though from the Babylights semis, then I would be careful with bleeding because they are so dark that some of that pigment will bleed onto some of the color. So like let's say if you're using Noir, which is the black semi-permanent, I would definitely hold out and try to separate in quadrants so that the black doesn't bleed onto the other colors. But since I'm using such medium to light tones, I really didn't have to worry about it bleeding. I would only worry about it if I were using like a really dark tone like Noir or Velvet. Alrighty guys, so here is my client's finished look. You can see how soft the rainbow tones are blended into each other. That front money piece, you can really tell how the line between each color is really nicely diffused because of the over direction towards the front of the face. It kind of brings a nice cascade against the tones, and then you can see the soft pops of rainbow and behind the money piece in the back where the rainbow baby lights were in between the panels of purple. So since this color is more of a medium to pastel tone, I would definitely only recommend washing your hair maybe once or twice a week with some ice cold water and using some amazing color safe shampoo. I highly recommend using the Babylights Bangkok and Tokyo color safe shampoo and conditioner for this type of color to get the most out of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. If you guys have any questions, you can always leave me a comment down below. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and I will talk to you guys next week.